everyone. Welcome to the team call for November 19th. If you can, please mute yourself so we don't have an echo. Tonight, Kelly Skockle, who's a diamond coach, is going to be leading us on relationships, and I'll let you tell her. She'll tell you more about it. I do have to say Amy's not going to be on the call tonight because her husband is coming home from a deployment. He's been gone for like 6 months, and big shout out to Amy who went into 5-star diamond qualification today. So she's got 6 weeks to hold 5-star, and then she'll probably be an elite coach because she's got enough points. So she's been working really, really, really hard for the last forever to hit this big milestone. So let's cheer her on and make sure we can do everything we can to be stable in our business. Sorry, my dog's chewing up paper. So professional. Anyways, Kelly, I'm gonna let you take over and go for it.
Okay, awesome. Hi everyone. I'm gonna start actually just share my screen with you real quick.
Good enough. I don't know if I know that I'm here, but that's all right.
Okay. Oops. So tonight, I don't know if it's a little bit random, but I hope it helps you in kind of establishing your business and maybe, helping you find new coaches for your team. And I guess I just want to start by saying that Beachbody is totally the relationship business. And that's why I went into it. And that's why I think I've been fairly successful because I really, really work hard at relationships. So I'm going to kind of share some of my strategies that I use, and I'm hoping it will help. First of all, before you even start inviting, before you start recruiting, before anything, you need to be present in people's lives. And that can look like a lot of different things. One of the things that I really suggest is to spend time interacting with people. Social media is the perfect way to get involved in people's lives, to comment and like what they're posting, to see what they're up to see what their challenges are and their struggles. But it takes some time to really interact with people. Ashley, can you mute that?
Oh, sorry.
Oh, that's okay. And it's time for you to develop real and true interests in people's lives. And that can look like, sending messages like, hey, how you doing? I just love pictures that you're posting of your kids, or, tell me more about the dance studio that you're using, or, hey, I know you've lived in the area a long time. Do you have any recommendations on a dentist, or whatever connection you can make with people where they feel valued and they feel like you're interested in their lives. Another strategy, I don't even call it really a strategy, but something that I do is inviting people over to your house, using your community as a resource. Meet people out for coffee if you're not comfortable having people over. Reach out to the people maybe that you go to church with. You could start a fit club. If you have another job, maybe you want to start a group of people from your work that work out together. I know at my school where I teach, there are people that work out together every afternoon or certain days of the week, and that's a great way to just connect with people. So make sure that you're not just living in the walls of your house, but that you're really trying to find other ways to reach people and to really network outside of that. This is the mantra that I have kind of lived by. And that is, they will never know how much, or they will never care how much you know until they know how much you care. And they have the opportunity to go with anyone for a coach. They have the opportunity to go to a gym. They can buy a program, a Jillian Michaels DVD at the grocery store. But what sets you apart is that you value them, you care about them, you've developed a relationship. And because of that, they are going to want to work with you. But if you skip the relationship piece and you go right into the sell, I think you miss out on a lot. And, just in the world of social media now, it seems that there are tons of businesses out there. And what sets Beachbody apart, in my opinion, is that we work really hard at our relationships, and we lead with our relationships. And the rest kind of falls into place after we've developed those relationships. So now you've laid the groundwork. You've really worked hard at those relationships. And so now it's time to invite. I think that it's always a good idea to have a challenge group going on. Every month I have a challenge group, a program group, and usually it's the 21-day fix because I really like that program and I feel like it's very linear. It lays out each day 28 days with a week of prep. But whatever program you want, I think it's good to always have a program group running. And then this month I started an ongoing group called Fit for Life, which I borrowed from Ashley. And that is a group for people who've either done the 21-day fix and are ready to move on to a new content, or somebody that's using a different program. The key thing about having these groups running is that you always have something to invite to. And when you have something to invite to, you should set up an event page. And that event page is going to be critical to getting people into these groups. And so I want to talk about how and why I use an event page. I think event pages are a really safe way for you to invite. It feels less, I don't know if stressful is a good word. It feels very safe to put people into an invitation because you don't have to even have a conversation. You simply hit invite. And when they're in that event page, use that to share your story. Use that to share other stories. Use that for inspiration. They're going to see so much diversity in that. Share with people who have lost a ton of weight, maybe people who are beginning their journey or have done it for a long time, people of all sizes and ages, people with different goals. This is going to be really the way for you to reach out to a very large audience. It also provides an easy way for you to keep track of people. So for me, I know exactly who I'm inviting, and I can see who has accepted the invitation, I can see who has declined the invitation, and I can see who's kind of in the holding area. And so this is what I do with that. First of all, when I am starting my invites, I'm very intentional. I do not on purpose go through my whole friends list and just invite. And I know that works for some people, but I have found that people start to get burned out when they're seeing invites from you every single month and there's no commitment. I think they start to tune those invitations out. This is one strategy I've tried. You can try it, but when you are inviting to an event, it lists your Facebook friends. You can click in alphabetical order. And so one month I'll do A through M, and I'll say, I'm going to go through my A through M's, and I have, I don't know, like 1,200 friends on Facebook. So that's like 600 people that I'm looking through. And then I'm actually going through and thinking, is this something that I could see them doing? And I'll go through and I'll invite all of those people. And then sometimes I'll go back and I'll look and say, gosh, maybe they are somebody probably doubtful, but I'll put them in anyway. And then if there were some in the other part of the alphabet that I'm really honing in on this month, I may put them in, but I also may save them for the next month. So I'll do the opposite the next month. And the next month I'll focus on my N through Z's, and I'll really be strategic in that. And that way I feel like they get a month in between where they're not getting overwhelmed with my posts, and I'm not allowing them to kind of burn out of me. Once they're in the group, I like to spread out my personal messages. So I'm not messaging everyone the first couple days. Sometimes, and especially with people that I think may take a while to kind of buy into this, I'll let them watch the stuff that I'm posting without any private message from me. And I'll let them watch for a few days, and then I'll wait maybe even a week, and then I'll send the invitation. So I actually do have some intention and strategy behind the way that I'm inviting to an event. So those private messages that I'm sending out, those are really, really important. I like to keep them short and simple. People don't have a lot of time to be reading through, paragraph after paragraph. I think it's super important to start when you're sending that private message to comment about something about their life, or, hey, first of all, I love your haircut. Your haircut is super cute. Where are you getting it done? whatever, okay? And obviously, I mean, I'm truly meaning what I'm saying. I just think that just starting with, hey, do you want to be in my challenge group, doesn't feel like I care about them as much. So I want to lead with the relationship. They want to know that I care about them, okay? And then I want to let them know why I want them in my group. And again, it's knowing them personally, or, you know, through some sort of relationship that we've developed through social media. I want to let them know why I want them in my group. Like, hey, I would love to work with you in the group because I know you have a health fitness background, and I know that's really important to you, and I just think this program would be great for you. An actual thing that happened this week is I used to be a cheer coach, and one of my former cheerleaders, who graduated a long time ago, just posted on Facebook that she's starting this weight loss journey, and she's basically saying, like, wish me luck. Until Christmas, I'm going to be on this journey. I need to lose some weight. And I thought, oh my gosh, perfect opportunity. So I sent her a private message. Hey, I'm so proud of you for this weight loss journey. I would love to work with you and love to be your coach. And you know what? It worked. Like, she is on board, and I'm actually sending her a Shakeology sample in the mail. But she was so excited about that. And it's because we have a relationship. She knows I care about her. And then I led with, like, I saw your posts on Facebook. You inspired me. I want to help you. Remember, they want to feel cared about. When you send things that sound generic or sound sales pitchy, or like you just copied and pasted something into a private message, it doesn't sound as personal. It may work for some people, but I've found that the people where I'm really, like, tailoring my messages are the ones that want to move forward with me. Okay, so now you've got your people in your group, and you've got your challengers, and I would say that being present in the challenge groups is one of the most important things. You are kind of setting the standard for the way that posts work. First of all, you want to show your challengers that you really care about them. When you are providing interaction in your group, I think it really encourages other people to feel comfortable interacting with one another. And that can be actually one of the most powerful tools, is when you have people that are not coaches stepping up and taking that lead and really, like, interacting with other people. To me, that is like, ding, 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 that person would make a great coach. And I immediately will write down their name, potential coach. And actually in my Evernote file, I list them right away, potential coach, somebody that's posting a lot, that's very encouraging of other people. It's sort of like a job interview. I'm checking them off. But you're also going to have people in your groups that just aren't as comfortable with social media, and that's totally fine. In fact, my husband is a football coach, and I have a lot of his coaches on Shakeology, as well as their wives, and none of them have Facebook. And so I have actually set up a little email for them. I email them weekly. I'll send them little recipes. I'll check in with them. I text them, so they feel like I'm still coaching them, because you know what? I'm still making money off them every month. I'm getting their Shakeology commissions. So I feel a responsibility to continue to interact with them. So please reach out to people that may be a little bit more shy in your groups, and make sure that maybe on a weekly basis you're touching base with them, or you can even ask them. I have one of my mom's friends is in my challenge group, and she doesn't use much Facebook at all, and she doesn't really feel comfortable posting. So I asked her, I said, how often do you want me to check in with you? And she really appreciated that about me. So again, she knew I cared. I led with the relationship first. Okay, so now it's about reaching out. How are you going to find those people to join your team that are already in your challenge groups? Well, you know what? I have found that people are going to value your relationship so much that they're going to want to coach with you. I can speak for some of the people that are on my team right now, but they're really my friends. Like, we may have met through coaching, but I value their friendship so much. Just tonight, several of them sent me texts and messages saying, good luck, I'm thinking about you. And that made me know so much that this is more than just coaching, but this is about working as a team. And I love that about this company. I am also really intentional about my coach invites. And that might not be for everyone, but I don't invite every single person that's in the challenge to be a coach. I do offer the discount coach opportunity to pretty much everyone, but remember that people that you're putting on your team are your coworkers. We're a close, tight-knit group of people, and if you have somebody in a challenge group that's maybe negative or just isn't the kind of person that you could see yourself working with, you don't have to reach out to them. I'm intentional about my coach invites because I want people on my team that I think are going to be good teammates too. And that is really important for me. Again, it's not for everyone. I know some people's philosophy is invite everyone to be a coach, but I want people that I think are going to make good teammates. Does it mean that we have to be the same? No. In fact, there's a lot of people on my team that aren't the same as me at all. But where I'm weak, they're strong, or where I'm strong, they're weak, and we can really balance each other out. So when I do reach out to people, usually I wait about 2 weeks into a challenge group before I can start seeing like those emerging leaders come out. And then that's when I send, the reminder about Shakeology, the home direct order, and then I'll, reach out to those people that I think would be good coaches. I'll invite them to a sneak peek group. Those feel very safe again. And then here's the other thing that I'll do. I'll send them a script welcoming them, or not welcoming them, but just, saying hi. And then again, go back to commenting on something about them. They want to know how much you care. Compliment them because you saw something in them that made them a good coach. So I want to let them know exactly what it was about them that stood out to me. What quality are you seeing in them that's going to make them a great coach? Are they inspirational in their journey? Have they made some emotional changes, physical changes? Are they stepping it up in the group? But everybody wants to hear a compliment. Like, that's the coolest thing. When you're complimented, you feel good about yourself. And the people that you're reaching out to be a coach, you want them to feel good about themselves. Sometimes I'll say, hey, I would love to share, how I got into this, because a lot of people are like, no, I don't think I have time. And I want to be like, look, I know what a busy life is like. I've got 4 little kids. I'm married to somebody that's not home a lot, especially in the fall, but I make it work. Can I share my journey with you? And then, I think a huge piece is to offer that phone call, because I don't know about you, but when I'm trying to convey a message over text or through the computer, it takes a long time, a lot of back and forth, and I feel like I can't always get my point across as well. So I'll just say, hey, do you mind if I call you? Even give them a time frame, because sometimes I get nervous about a phone call. I'm like, look, I've got a lot of kids in my car right now or in my house right now. I don't know. So I reassure them, look, I don't mind if there's kids in the background. I won't take more than 15 minutes. We can even set a limit. But I think that phone call is so important because you can answer questions right there on the spot, reassure them about things. And I've had more success when I've been able to get somebody on the phone than any other way for coaching. Or a Zoom call is great too. So if you don't want to use the phone, if you want to do the face-to-face Zoom call, that works. So some final thoughts for you. Remember that there are literally thousands of Beachbody coaches out there. I could go online and I could find a bunch of them. And you need to stand out. They need to choose you. And why are they going to choose you? Because you are investing your time in them. You are leading with a relationship. You care about them. You need to remember that when people buy that challenge pack, they are investing their money in you. They are not investing their money in the product, because to be honest, they can get on Amazon and buy it. They can get on beachbody.com and buy it. They can buy it from an infomercial. So why are they going to want to buy it from you? Because you care about them and you want to help them in your journey. And if they know that, they're going to be happy with their investment. It is a big investment for people. And so help them to be happy with their investment. And then the final piece I want to leave with you is that those challengers can be your biggest advocates. Let them spread the news about how great you are. Word of mouth can be one of the most powerful tools in this business. I had a challenger that's been with me since July, and she doesn't want to be a coach, but she's awesome, and she's so supportive in my challenge groups. And without me even asking her, she did a huge post on Facebook after the first 21 days. She did her before and after pictures, and she did a huge shout out to me. And she's continued to let me use her story in my event pages, but she sent business my way. And I think that's because she knows I care about her, and she knows I'm going to care about every other person that buys a challenge pack from me and that I can help through this coaching journey. So I think, here, I'm going to stop sharing my screen. I think if you guys can go in with that mindset, if you can go in with leading with the relationship and really making it work from that end, I think that you're going to find a lot of success in this business. So that's kind of all I have to share with you, but I thought if you have some questions for me, I'd be happy to answer questions.
Anybody have any questions for Kelly? No?
Hey, I got a question.
Sure.
What helps you the most? I've only done one phone call, and even though it's a friend of mine, it's pretty nerve-wracking when you're on the phone and on the spot. You can't look up stuff. So what helps you kind of get over that fear and do the phone calls?
Well, one of my first phone calls, I actually kind of wrote an outline down on a piece of paper so I could just make sure I touched on all the points that I wanted to, but I really let them lead the call. I haven't really had questions that I couldn't answer yet, and I feel like I'm pretty new to coaching. I've only been coaching like 5 months, so there are still a lot of things that I don't know, but when I don't know something, I just say, I can find that out for you, or I always am like, hey, my coach, Ashley, she's really great. So we can ask Ashley, or, with my coaches that are new, I'll say, hey, do you want me to jump on the call too? And Ashley did that with me. In fact, Danny, she's on here, Danny's phone call, Danny was one of my first coaches, and Ashley was on that call with me, and that really helped me develop some confidence and hearing what Ashley was talking about. So, that was more of a getting started right call. I think Danny, you'd already signed up for coaching at that point, right? Yeah. But you don't necessarily have to. In fact, I've made several phone calls. I don't know if Katie's on here. No, she's not. But Katie was one of my coaches that we chatted for about a half an hour before she even made the decision to become a coach. I don't really think that the person you're talking to knows enough about things to really ask difficult questions. Most of the questions are probably going to be very personal, like how are you balancing time? What kind of things do you do? Anytime they ask me a question about how you make money, I'm like, you got to watch a video on that, because I could explain it, but it's very confusing. And so I'll usually refer them to one of the YouTube videos about it. Does that help? Does that make sense?
It does help.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's really good, because I think when you get people on the phone, I'm very much like to get people on the phone, and I know a lot of people don't like that, but I think when you talk to somebody on the phone, they can really hear you and hear your voice, and it comes across in a different way. And I've actually gotten on the phone with challengers beforehand, people who were interested, and instead of messaging back and forth, I said, hey, can we hop on a phone call really fast, answer your questions, kind of streamline it. And I know in this world where everybody texts and messages, and it really isn't the way things are. It's not the norm anymore. But I think I've had better success talking to people than just messaging people. I don't do it all the time, but it definitely helps. And once you do it a couple times, you'll find your voice and you'll find your confidence.
Yeah, I will definitely say that the first few times I had to make a phone call by myself, I was pretty nervous. But people are so kind that I feel like it goes way better than you ever think it will go. And you can always refer to videos, and we have so many resources. You could write a note to yourself and say, hey, I can't answer that, but I have, a great resource for you. I'm going to tag you in it as soon as we get off the phone call. And I think people are happy with that. In fact, I'd rather have a YouTube video explain the way that our structure works than me try to explain anything like that.
And I think it goes back to your mantra, Kelly, that, people don't care how much you know. They just want to know how much you care. So if you don't have all the answers, they don't need all the answers. They just really want to be reassured or be able to ask their questions. So I think sometimes as coaches, especially if you're working with people who aren't in your area, you're working through people virtually everywhere else, they want to know that you're like a real person, not just somebody behind the screen. So it's good to have those conversations in real life or on a Zoom call.
Totally.
And totally, like Kelly said, do them in a 3-way with your coach until you gain that confidence. I know for me, I'll do it for any coach on my team, and I don't think there is a coach on this team that wouldn't help one of their coaches do the thing.
Yeah, absolutely. And it is fun. It's fun if you can find people in your area too, to be coaches with you. I mean, some of you that might not be a possibility because maybe you're temporarily placed somewhere, but for us, Ashley and I were able to host a get together last weekend for all of our local coaches. And, we're just caring about each other and spending time together. And I think all of that is really important in getting, supported. So, people, when they know that you care about them outside of this, like I'm willing to give up an hour or two of my time anytime somebody wants to go meet me for coffee or come over to my house. They know I care about them. So they're more likely to want to be on my team too.
For sure. Anybody else have any other questions? No. We do not have a call next week, obviously, because it's Thanksgiving. So our next call will be that first Thursday in December, which I have no clue what the date is. Or at least, is it December?
Yeah, the 3rd.
Is it the 3rd? December 3rd. Well, thank you. We will see each other on December 3rd, and I hope everybody has an amazing and great Thanksgiving. Be safe. Oh, and there should be, I'm guessing, like sometime this weekend or Monday, there's got to be some information on the Black Friday sale. So keep checking the breaking news in the Coach Online office or, the team pages, because I'm only assuming that they usually don't release that stuff till like just right before they do it. But there's always been some really good Black Friday sales, and it's usually like a week, like right around Thanksgiving and Cyber Monday. So be aware that that's coming. And
what about Hammer and Chisel? Like, are we not able to order it until December 1st?
December 1st is the launch date for Hammer and Chisel, and I know the challenge pack will be on sale. Is it $160 or is that the sale price? $160. So it's going to be $180 challenge pack, right? Just give us the deal.
Yeah, it's going to be on sale for $160, and that's going to be the regular kit, and the deluxe kit will also be on sale, but it will be a higher priced challenge pack.
What's the difference with the deluxe kit?
The deluxe kit comes with 2 sets of containers. I think that's nice if you're doing it as a couple. Mm-hmm. It comes with a couple of the bonus DVDs, and I believe the 3-day refresh is in that deluxe kit as well. So
is it a deluxe kit challenge pack or just the deluxe kit on its own?
No, deluxe kit challenge pack.
And what do you know the price on that? Is it $205 maybe?
Think so.
Okay. That's good to know. And usually when a program comes out, like the first week that it comes out, the challenge pack is on sale for the whole month. But usually the program is regular price, but it's usually free shipping that first week, right? Isn't that what they did with Extreme?
Yeah, I believe so. Just beware.
So like for us coaches, like if you're going to buy Hammer and Chisel, and you obviously we can't buy the challenge pack, but we can buy it 25% off. And I think the price is going to be what, $80 then? I don't know.
Yeah, I can't remember what the price is without the challenge pack. Mm-hmm.
But either way, you get your 25% off, and then usually they offer free shipping for new programs. Not always, but I think that's pretty standard, at least for the first week or two, as like an incentive to people like the coaches to buy it. And then I know if you have Beachbody On Demand, you will be able to live stream the workouts immediately.
Oh, sweet. I was wondering about that.
Okay.
Is there a chance that this is going to sell out? Yeah.
Yeah, I would say it's a high chance.
Okay.
Yeah, because this is a big, big push, and I think this is probably one of the most exciting programs to come out all year. I would say if you're going to order it, wake up and get it, ready, and tell your people. I'm already telling people. I'm already only accepting 3 people to join me with this specific group, and I'm letting them know, like, you need to be committed by December 1st, because I can't even guarantee it'll be available after then.
Right.
Just letting them know. And then I did listen to a call with the nutritionist that helped with the test group of Hammer and Chisel. And just a little plug, he said there was a huge difference with those who used the Beachbody Performance line and those who did not. So I'm just saying, for anyone who's really serious about this, you may want to look into getting the performance line as well, because he said huge difference in muscle definition and tone. So
if you guys have any questions about the performance line, my husband and I have been using it since it was released in July. It's awesome. It's
really
amazing. So just message me or post in determination and let me know.
I was going to say that if you are looking to market Hammer and Chisel and you're not sure how, or you don't know, what to really do to create the buzz, I would suggest you do the on-demand workout. There's 2 on-demand preview workouts. You could easily do them, take some quick video snippets of the workouts, and just, share, make a little video collage on Pick Play Post is the app I usually use on my phone, but just make something to just kind of spread the word, because it's a completely new program that I really think will bridge men and women working together. Because does everybody know what Hammer and Chisel is? I know we're talking about it. Does everybody know what Hammer and Chisel is? Is everybody familiar with what's coming? They launched it, the preview of it at Summit is when they started talking about it. But I think it's a program that can really help us reach people in a different way than before. Of course, 21 Day Fix is usually the way I usually go with people, but this gives us a chance to, open the conversations to more people. I keep thinking, gosh, this would be the program to work with men and women who are married and pair them up together to do a couples challenge, because they can kind of compete together and work together. So I just have all these visions in my head. So it's definitely really exciting. Who's going to do
My husband and I are going to start a challenge group. We're going to do a couples challenge group.
Who's going to do Hammer and Chisel? Some of you are like me. I'm going to do it. I'm totally scared. I hate to lift weights. Absolutely can't stand to lift weights, but I'm totally going to do it.
Have you done the sneak peek yet, Ashley?
I've done one of them. I didn't have my balance ball blown up, and I don't have a bench, so I totally used my coffee table and had to kind of
improvise. I will say, just for those who maybe are still learning a little bit about it, this program, when you're speaking to people about it and asking them to join you, this program is not Body Beast, and it is not 21 Day Fix Extreme. This program was actually designed for an athlete's body. It's all creative muscle mass, but it's agility skills as well. So it's a great combination for those people who are like, man, I just want to look like, that athlete. And it brings both balances to that workout. So it's nothing, I have people who love Body Beast, and I'm letting them know, this isn't Body Beast. It's something very different, and letting them know kind of what it is. And it also has, because it's bringing back and forth 2 different trainers, I do think it's a great man or female. But what I'm doing, I'm already getting interest. I did some of the sneak peeks and I posted it on my wall. I actually attached the YouTube video of the commercial. And I say, if you don't know what it is, check out this YouTube video so people can kind of get an idea of what the heck is she talking about? And that has actually already got some people asking me about it. So that may work for some of you guys too.
I think to have success, especially with December, I know last December they released Insanity Max 30, and we as a team made a big push in November to really talk about Insanity Max 30. So when the launch comes out, you're not just, oh yeah, by the way, this is coming out, where you've actually planted the seeds in the weeks before leading up to it. So people are curious, and then when it comes out, they're like, oh, what is she talking about? Maybe I should check this out. And it really worked really well for Insanity Max 30 last December. Every December there's a big, a new program that comes out. The year before was P90X3. So, yeah, talk about it, do the preview, give it a try, go jump out of your shell a little bit. But anyways, that's good information. Anybody else have any last questions before we cut it loose for the night and we get cut off anyways? Nope. Okay, we guys have, go ahead, Manaz.
I just had a question about Hammer and Chisel. Would you suggest it would be good for people who haven't exercised a lot before? Or is it just for people who are already doing extreme workouts?
This is not a starter program. It's a lot like 21 Day Fix Extreme, where we don't recommend people to start there. The only time I recommend 21 Day Fix Extreme over regular is for those people who honestly don't need that cardio. They need that weight to lose the pounds. And honestly, certain ages, certain women struggle with things, and I'll suggest that. But this program is for those who have experience with a program, and built up a little agility to hang with it. And because it's going back and forth, there is a meal plan with it, you guys. It's not the 21-day fix meal plan. It is a container base, but it's on conditioning. It's scaled on how conditioned you are and what foods you need for how conditioned you are. Again, it's an athlete's program. So I would definitely recommend this for someone who is more athletic or has a feel for workout.
That's good information. Thank you for having so much good information.
I've been doing my research.
I think it's awesome. I think it's really exciting. I felt the same kind of when Insanity Max came. I know. Where did you get your coat already?
I won it last month from Tara for hitting Success Club before the 10th of the month, and she got me a tank top and a hoodie. Ladies, you need to get this hoodie. It's like amazing.
Oh, awesome. Okay, cool. Well, we will see everybody on the 3rd of December. If you have any more questions about Hammer and Chisel, post them in the groups. Let's get these conversations going about it, because I think it's a great thing. It will be the challenge pack sale in December. So 21-day fix won't be on sale in December. So make sure you push through that through the end of the month, and then shift gears a little bit if it's what you're going to focus on. Anyways, talk to you guys later.